Those sounds, they're pulling on your heartstrings, bringing us back here on the news feeder PM. Our sounds of uGugu, Ndlovu, some Afro-Soul fused with R&B. She has released her debut single called Buya. The song talks about the pain of waiting for a loved one who never returns. Right, she joins me live in studio now. Good to have you. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Salwan.
Born and bred, Sabona. Are you well?
Yes, I'm well. How are you?
Good. Great. Born and bred in KwaZulu-Natal,
yes.
Through and through,
yes.
a KwaZulu-Natal girl.
All the way.
But at some point, right, after your graduation,
yes.
you did your honors,
yeah.
you wake up and you think, look, music has always been a part of my life,
yeah.
but I seem to have left this part behind.
Yes.
What clicked?
So I think growing up, of course, I've always wanted to be, an artist and stuff like that. And there was a time where I was in the music industry, like, trying and stuff like that. We released an album, but I just felt like there was more that I could do if I was also like involved in the behind the scenes. So I think that's when I decided that I wanted to go and work abroad to sort of secure the bag and be able to fund my own music and actually invest in music in the other important part of being an artist. So I think that's when I decided to go abroad, and that's pretty much when I decided to go abroad.
Yeah.
Just so that I could be able to sort of just be an all-rounder, not just an artist, but an artist and an executive producer and all of those things. So that's really what I wanted. Yeah.
And before that journey abroad, I mean, you would have come across the likes of Afrotraction. Talk to me
Yes.
about that meeting. How did you come to meet?
Oh, so when I met Afrotraction, I was doing these covers online a lot, and he just slid into my DM and he said, I love how you sing, I love your soul, can we do something before? I was actually getting ready to move to the US at that time. So he then called me into studio and we started working on some music, and I just loved it. It was so amazing. I felt like he actually understood me as an artist, and even the kind of music that we created was really amazing. So that was an exciting time.
I mean, everything that Afrotraction does is amazing.
It's amazing.
Maybe I'm biased. and for him to have given you a nod, that
yeah.
must have meant something
Oh,
to you.
it meant a lot to me. It really meant a lot. It boosted my self-esteem as an artist as well. Just being like recognized by him was just amazing, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You land in New York.
Yes.
What takes you there?
I was there on an exchange program. Yes.
And from, I mean, KwaZulu-Natal,
Yes.
you go to New York and then you go to the East,
Yes.
Thailand and China.
Yes.
How does that mean?
I mean, I think while I was in the US, I realized that I actually love this thing of not, being in my own country, just seeing other people's cultures and just living in other people's countries. I just fell in love with it. So I knew that after I was finished with whatever I was doing in the US, I wanted to still travel more. And at that time, I'd seen that there were a lot of opportunities for us in Asia. So then I moved to Thailand and then eventually China.
Yeah. So now somebody would listen to the song, says a very strong African influence.
Yeah.
But it was recorded in Asia. So.
Truly. Well,
how was that experience?
So the amazing part of this is that my producer is actually Ghanaian. Yes, so, PKA. So we were able to, I guess, have that Africanness to it because he's also Ghanaian, I'm South African. So, we made it work. But I think also I've never lost who I was. Even though I've been living in all of these countries, I still know who I am. I still speak my Zulu the way that I used to speak it here. So nothing has changed, really. I'm still the same old Gugu. Of course, a lot better now, but I'm still the same girl that was raised in KZN.
And talk about the production value that you get from recording in studios in China compared to what you would get here at home.
Man, I think just like the technology was a lot more advanced, of course. But I honestly, when it comes to like that part of music, having worked with people like Afrotraction, I think we're doing well too in terms of production. I'm just comparing the studio that I worked in Shanghai and the one that I worked in here with Afrotraction, pretty much the same, really. Yeah.
Okay. Education.
Yes.
Financial literacy.
Yes.
And music.
Yes.
How do the two meet?
Look, I'm a multifaceted person. Even when I was growing up, I played soccer, baseball, swam. So I think that's just the person that I am. I'm here, there, and everywhere. But I always find a way to sort of bring all my worlds together. It's hard. It's not always easy, but I always try to sort of pull everything together. Yeah.
So Booya, I mean, one would say you pulled on the old-time story, men leave Durban, go to Green Pastures in Joburg, and they never come back.
And they never come back.
It's a bit of playing on a cliche, but what is your spin to it?
That really is my story. That really is my story. I felt like it's a story that's been told for so many generations. I felt like we needed a song, to sort of just like capture the story, really. So it's really just that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where does your journey take to now that you have Booya'd, so to speak, even for your own musical career?
Look, I'm still going to be here and there. I'm still going to be going back to Shanghai. But I just wanted to plant my bases here in South Africa because this is home and this is where I always want to come back to. But what's coming next is another single called Easy, so people can get ready for that in the meantime. And then early next year, we're definitely going to be dropping our EP.
Yeah. So are you working with this with a full album in mind, or the full album in mind will kind of craft itself as you go along?
Eventually, we will do a full album, but I think for now, my focus is just on the singles and then an EP. And then once there's a demand, then we'll drop the full album.
uGugu, I appreciate your time. Thanks for dropping by.
Thank you so much for having me.
Afro-Soul singer there, that is uGugu Ndlovu. Her latest release, Booya, available, I suppose, in all stores that carry good music, especially online. That's where you can get a taste of that.